morning, we have a nice quiet start to our day today. We're looking at some temperatures that are mild and some pleasant conditions. And I checked the DOT sites and we're not seeing any reports of frost on the roads. Of course, watch out with the melting that we've had recently during the daytime hours. Of course, those puddles freeze right back over overnight with our temperatures sliding below freezing. So there will still be some icy patches out there to watch out for today. But enjoy this because we've got some changes coming up. And that starts in the afternoon hours Wednesday through early Thursday, and what that is a winter storm watch for some conditions that could end up becoming hazardous for travelers. It looks pretty likely that we'll see some wind and some snow, and the combination of the two, never a good thing here in the valley. And we're looking at this mainly in effect for just about everybody in the valley except for up by the Devil's Lake Basin. That doesn't mean you're not going to get snow. You'll still see some snow there, but maybe not quite as much as other locations. And we'll show you that in a moment. We want to focus on the next 24 hours here first of all. Looking at temperatures right now that are very mild in most places, but check out Baudette and Roseau. We've got some cold air trying to push in there, and so we're a little bit colder in that region. The rest of us doing a lot better. We're at 28 degrees in Fargo, 26 in Grand Forks, and your wind speeds are pretty light out east. Out west, we've got some wind speeds that are into the teens, an 18-mile-per-hour speed in Devil's Lake. And your radar showing some pretty quiet weather right here in the valley. We're looking at just a couple of clouds streaming through. Beyond that, we've had some areas of snow and maybe even some freezing drizzle along I-94 overnight last night. Over the last few hours, it really has been fizzling out. So something to keep in mind if you're heading in that direction today. Minneapolis seeing still a couple of flurries hanging around, but that's fizzling out quite quickly here. Out to the west, looking at some cloud cover there, but generally speaking, we're pretty quiet to start off here this morning. So checking out your planner, we're going to be quiet today. It's going to be a nice, mild, pleasant day. You can see that we do have some clouds potentially. It's going to be one of those days again where we have that mix of some clouds and some sunshine. Temperatures that are mild, and getting into the noon hour, we'll be into some 30s, 31 perhaps around lunchtime in Fargo and 30 in Grand Forks. And some sun mixed in again with some areas of cloud cover. And 3 o'clock this afternoon, just looking gorgeous. Temperatures in the 20s to some 30s here today. So today looks like a great day to get out and enjoy the weather, because we'll be right back down to some really frigid temperatures coming up after today and tomorrow. So looking like we're going to see some clouds starting to stream in for tonight, and we'll end up with some pretty mild conditions late. We'll still be in the upper 20s to some low 30s. The wind picks up a little bit. We'll see some wind speeds into the teens and 20s. Ahead for tomorrow, starting off the day nice and pleasant and quiet for a lot of the valley. We're going to be in the 20s to even maybe a 30-degree temperature around 7 a.m. tomorrow, so still warm and mild. However, we do have some snow chances starting to move in by the noon hour, and that's up by the Devil's Lake area, Langdon area. I think most of us will spend our day on a pleasant note here in the valley. We're going to see some 20s, even some 30s through the noon hour and even into the early afternoon. But by 4, that's when the system starts to take over. The wind starts to pick up. We see those snow showers dropping south. And for drive time tomorrow night, Grand Forks might be dealing with this. Jamestown up toward Devil's Lake and Roseau as well. And then that snow just continues to spread eastward, along with those strong wind gusts, gusting above 30 miles per hour. So looking at the issue of blowing snow and perhaps whiteouts here with that snow coming down, and temperatures really starting to plummet too as this system blasts in. So a widespread area of 3 to 6 inches of snow likely. Some pockets that could get higher than that, especially the farther east you are. And that plus the wind, that's what we're really concerned about here. So here's a look at your photo today. A really pretty shot of that sunrise yesterday in Fergus Falls. Thanks, Jolene. And here are those temperatures coming up. Of course, today we've got some nice mild weather, and even tomorrow for most of us, most of the day should be pleasant. We'll have that wind pick up though. And then getting into Wednesday afternoon and beyond, that's when the bottom drops out and we're dealing with some sub-zero numbers again, and it could be another long stretch of sub-zero weather coming up in the weekend. Just looks brutal again for us here in the valley. So 2 more days here to enjoy, especially today. Tomorrow, depending on where you are, that might be changing throughout the day.
Thank you, Lisa. Coming up on the Valley today, Princess Charlotte is ready to take on preschool. We'll show you some of the first day of school pictures.